One weekend, but there's a lot to be happy about, I'm sure. Over the
Yeah,
course
I thought the biggest thing that I took out of it, we played with a big spirit and we played with an edge a little bit. We got after it and never gave up and just kept getting after it every inning, trying to win innings. And I thought it was winning pitches and on both sides of a defense and offense. I think we could play catch better, but early in the year, that's going to happen.
Since you've had a few days to kind of mull it over, what's your biggest takeaway of things that you want to do better coming off that trip to Dallas?
Just play better catch. I think more so than anything, play better catch. That's the biggest thing that I saw more so than anything. We just got to continue to work on our defense, and I think that happens when you play other teams and understand the environment that you're in.
I don't know if you'd categorize it as a slow start offensively, but there are a couple guys specifically that have had really good starts. John, Jackson. How good is it for those veteran guys to get off to a good start for them?
It eases their mind a little bit. I mean, usually you're in a draft year and they fight it a little bit and they started off hot. They just got to have all they got to think about is what can I do to help the team win. If they do what they can do to help the team win, all their individual accolades will be good. I think that's the biggest thing is just trying to see the ball and win pitches and have good quality at bats.
Jackson was talking about how much he needed to mature over the course of the season and how kind of tumultuous that last month of the year was for him. How have you seen him mature?
I mean, I think his work ethic speaks for itself, and having the mental game, understanding what the mental game is, slowing the game down, slowing the ball down. When you slow the game down, you slow the ball down, so you get to see it better and breathe. That's the biggest thing, and not to try to, he had a great freshman year. He hit in a lineup where there's a lot of good hitters, and last year, not to say they wouldn't have any good hitters, but he wanted to be the man instead of just going out there and having good quality at bats. That's the only thing you can't control is having a good quality bat, seeing the ball and hitting the ball hard. You can't control if you get a hit or not. You just got to go out there and try to have good quality at bats and see the ball.
You had a bunch of guys make debuts on the mound this past week. I don't know if encouraging would be the right word, but there was a lot to like, I'm sure, from a pitching standpoint.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that we got to continue to grow in a lot of areas on the mound as well. I mean, I think they will as more innings they get, more games they get, more reps they get. I thought the fastball command was good. I thought the breaking ball command was good. I thought they didn't back down from they went after hitters. I mean, Crooks gets up the grand slam on a changeup to a guy that's a good hitter. He's an older hitter, and you tip your hat. You got to have the guts to throw it in there as much as anything. And so it's we were in that situation. If we let the ball go, tips off his glove, on the infield, I think he's out of the inning, and that's okay. But that's a part of learning, understanding what we're trying to do.
Specifically with Kyson and Ryan, the way that they came in on Saturday night, do you learn anything more about those guys being thrown into that situation against that team?
Yeah, I learned a lot for Lambert for sure. I mean, I kind of always knew it with Kyson. I thought he was really good. I thought, his presence was really good. His demeanor was really good. He attacked the strike zone with no fear, and I thought Ryan did that too. We didn't know what Ryan was going to do. I mean, he gets comfortable in this environment, and all of a sudden you throw him in that environment, it's a little different. And I thought he did a great job of showing that he can maybe throw the back end of our games.
What can you say about the poise of the team in general? I mean, winning extra innings on Saturday, come back on Sunday. You end up going down Tuesday, came back, race a 4-1 deficit in that game, just kind of stay in the fight.
Well, I mean, you win the big game on Saturday. You call it a big game. It's a baseball game, sure. And then you get to bed probably 2 o'clock, and the game wants you to feel sorry for yourself, and all of a sudden we kind of give up a couple runs early and give up another run. We get behind. Our kids never stop fighting. They could have just gave in. It's like, you know what? I got 5 hours sleep. I'm tired, but they kept playing the game one pitch at a time, and that was the key to us coming back. I mean, we got a little bit closer. Bullpen came in, did their jobs, and Lotus was really good, holding them off 2 innings and kind of bridge the gap to get to the 9th, so to win it, and had some really good at bats late. Spikerman 0-2 hit to left, kind of started it off, and then Jackson Willis getting a big hit, and I mean, he went up there and it was attacking. He wasn't looking for a walk. He was attacking, so that was a really good sign to see.
What else did you see from Jackson just first 4 games that impressed you?
Willits.
Yeah, Willits.
I think the biggest thing was his poise. More so, he took his walks. I think he had 4 walks. I mean, you don't look at he hit a ball hard in the third game, and a lot of times guys try to get hits. Instead of having quality at bats, you can't get hits. You just got to have quality at bats. And so he took his walks when he had to take his walks, and he's going to grow as we get further into the season, learning how to get on time, learning all those things. I mean, those guys have faced different pitchers. They're used to facing our pitchers through the fall and early spring, and now you're facing a different pitcher. You got to learn a different timing, and you got to really pick up on it quick. And I think those things he's going to grow in those aspects.
Michael Snyder had a couple really big extra base hits Tuesday night. What was that conversation like when he got in the portal, and what did you guys see in him, and what's impressed you about what he's done so far?
Well, he's an older player, which is a really good sign. He's calm. He had, Reggie got to talk to him about some of the things that is going to help him be a better player and a better hitter. And I think those things they really worked on it in all fall and all spring, which is really good. I think those things are going to continue to grow. He had really like mature at bats, and I thought Isaiah, for being a freshman, came in and played. He got a big walk against Tennessee, and then the next day he was really good. He controlled his at bats. I thought it was really big that those guys are they can see those older guys take their at bats, and they can learn from those things. I thought that was a lot of times you're sitting on the bench and you've been there for 1 or 2 days. You're not really paying attention. I've always said this in clowning around. When you're with your girlfriend, you're talking about baseball. When you're with your baseball team, you're talking about your girlfriend. So I thought they paid attention to the game, which is really big. And so I thought that was our spirit, our team spirit, where we played with the edge. I thought that was what was really for the coaches. We thought it was a great thing to see.
Last year, program record for attendance around here. How excited are you to get home and get in front of the home fans and fill this place up?
It's always fun to play at home. I mean, I think we have some of the greatest fans in college baseball. We just got to keep getting them out here, and we got to keep putting a product out on the field and keep playing with the edge. Where I've always said this. It's like the song David Allan Coe, "The Ride." You make people cry when you play and sing. You play with so much passion. They feel how much passion you play with, and that's really the true respect of a baseball player. You can feel what he feels when he plays, and so that passion is what really takes.
How's McKenzie doing?
He's good. I mean, he should be able to play this weekend, which is a good sign. He had some live at bats today, which is a good sign. Had good at bats. He hadn't seen live pitching in a couple of weeks, so I thought that was good. He had some good live at bats, which was really good.
Is that a good problem to have? You get McKenzie back, you're having to figure out how you can get Frederick at bats or moving forward. It just seems like you have a bunch of options right now.
Yeah, our depth is really our key, but with those guys being hurt, we didn't really have any depth. So I think that's a key for us is getting those guys healthy so we can mix and match as we go through. If you have to go to the end of the game and make really 3 players be 1 player, like if a guy can run or if a guy can bunt or if a guy can hit and run, you're trying to make, or a guy can play defense, you're trying to make 3 moves for 1 player, and so you have the depth to do that. It's a really good thing to have.